Hi everyone, my name is Lauren and I'm from Surveybot, and this video is going to be helping you out if you're using Surveybot in another language, to make sure that everything, all your buttons, all your default and error messages are in the language that you're using so that your users can understand what you're trying to say all of the time. So the first thing that you can do is go into a specific survey that you want to make sure is in the right language if it's other than English, and we go into the Design tab and then Settings and Advanced. And so all these text fields are specific buttons or messages that can come up. So this is like the Submit Answer button. Above the field will tell you what the button is, and below the field will tell you what it would usually say in English. So you can basically translate what's below the field in each one into your chosen language, or if there's a way that you could say it better in your language, obviously you're welcome to do that. If I wanted to translate this into French, for instance, I would say fini, and that would then be my done button. And you can see there's a number of fields here, and then we come down to default messages as well, which is the same principle. So like, I'm sorry, that answer was incorrect, please try again. Translate something like that into your language, and then you just go through all of these and save it at the bottom. So that's pretty easy. The next thing that you do is you go over to the Bots tab on the top. And choose the bot that you want to change. And the first thing that you can do is change the welcome message. So this is what will be sent to a user when they first interact with your page. So as you can see, this is preset as, "Hi, thanks for contacting us." So something warm and welcoming, that kind of thing. Doesn't have to be exactly what's said in here, but whatever you prefer. Then we also have main menu, which is where you can create a button which looks like this down here and is always sitting there when people are taking your surveys. So they're always able to click on it. And a lot of people use it to link to their website. So if I wanted to put a button in French to link to my website, for instance, I might say, "Allez sur notre site web," and then I'd go open a website and I can enter my URL in there. But you can also use the buttons, obviously, for a number of things, as you can see in this drop-down list here. We also have greeting text. So this is different from the welcome message in that this isn't actually a message that gets sent to people. It's just something that comes up when the first pop-up of your Facebook page comes up when someone is trying to message you. So as you can see it on the screen there, it's just sort of a nice little message to put in there. Just to say something like, "Thanks for your interest. Let us know if you have any questions." So that's something that you can change as well, or you can remove if you don't want it. Next up, we have subscriptions. So this is if you wanted to create the different buttons for unsubscribing and then the messages to send afterwards or after subscribing, as you can see here. So for instance, if I wanted to put this message into French, I might say, great typing today. "Would you like to unsubscribe?" And then this one is the button that the user would click in order to unsubscribe. So you can see over here, that's what that's going to look like on the screen. And then you also need to translate these two as well. And now last of all, we're going to go into settings and look at the default messages. So these are when there's kind of errors. For this one, it's when the bot sort of gets confused and doesn't really know what it's doing. So it's helpful to say something like, what's on the screen here? I'm not sure, I'll get back to you soon. And then this one down here is, you can see the usual English text is please choose one of the options provided. It's when someone, instead of responding to a multiple choice question by clicking an option, they type something out. So it's helpful to have that error message there. And then those are all the things that you need to do in order to make sure that everything is in the language that you're using if you're not using English. And obviously with your surveys, you can already put them into whatever language that you choose. So I hope this was super helpful, and please get in contact with us at support@surveybot.io if you have any more questions about using different languages with Surveybot. Thanks for watching.